guys, and welcome to this video regarding the illicit experience. Today we're going to do a little lesson, just showing you guys again what is included in the HD content that's uploaded around 4 hours a month, taken from my private one-to-one lessons. Today we're working with an amazing client called John. Been working with him for many years now, and yeah, he's a great guy, great producer, and he's getting there. How it's going to work, a lot of people saying, look, how's this going to work, you know? I'm expecting a Skype call in a minute, by the way, from John. But anyway, how it's going to work is you're going to buy the subscription on Amplified. You're then going to get access to my Facebook group on the Amplified portal, I hope. Then you'll be given the Facebook access, and everything is going to be basically done and promoted in the group. All your HD lessons, the templates, the exclusive HD uploads are all going to be posted in there throughout the month. Then the Google Hangouts will be scheduled and posted in there. Do you know what I mean? All the things like access to the illicit music releases are going to be on there. Everything that's going to be in there, you know, arranging your studio days. And yeah, look, is it subject to change? May things be trial and error? Might I change it up? Absolutely. But as a rough idea, that's how it's going to work. You sign up via Amplified, you request access to the Facebook group, and then everything is done in there. In terms of your feedback sessions and things like that, you know, again, it's just going to be arranged in the group. Once you subscribe, I'll get a notification. I'll probably drop you an email, or I'll have someone else do it, and we'll go from there. And you'll have access to my calendar. And yeah, we'll figure it out. It's going to be a bit of trial and error. Super excited about it though. So I'm just going to pause the video, and when we come back, we'll be live with John, and we'll get going on some more HD content. Okay, so we're back in the lesson with John. Hi, John.
Hey, Adam.
So yeah, obviously got John's permission to do this, and yeah, where me and John are at, kind of like I was saying earlier in the little pre-video, it was me and John have been going back and forth for a few years, and we're just kind of starting fresh today, completely fresh perspective. And yeah, so I'm just going to basically kind of start a track really and see where we can get. This track will be something that I'll probably work on for, you know, later the year or maybe next year. And yeah, I'm trying to change my sound up a bit at the minute, so I'm going to do something like 1-3-2. And you're just going to see today all the process of me starting a new track, really. So there's a track I really love. Just going to have a little listen. So I always start tracking a specific way, and that's a 10-step guide. But today I'm going to change it up a little bit because we've only got an hour, and I don't want to waste all my time doing all the same things that John's seen a million times. So I'm going to break that rule a little bit, and it's okay to break rules sometimes. I'm going to try and find a kick and a bass and just try and get a bit of a groove going. Again, I don't normally do it like this, but with circumstances today, that's what we're going to kind of do. So it's very important not to try and kind of get too caught up with a track you're wanting to make something similar of. I've done it before a million times. You're always going back and forth to that track and comparing your sound to that sound. And it's really tough because your sound is never going to be the same as their sound. So try and not get too caught up in that. But for now, let's get to kick MIDI. We want kicks. These Jerome kicks are pretty cool. OCD kicking into play. So I always do is kind of EQ, just a standard kick EQ. It's obviously going to be attenuated, which is a fancy word for changed later. But for now, we'll keep it at that. Obviously, we have lessons, we have questions, stuff like that. So John's asked the question, so we answer it. Yes, didn't share my screen, so that's no good to John. Right, so we've got a kick in. Well, we've got an idea of a kick. Now, I'm not too bothered at a minute. I'm just going to put a 4-bar loop in. Sounds awful off the bat, so. I like that. Now, the kick's always going to depend on the bass, so we kind of need to get some bass ideas down. We're going to get the bass to sound good, and then we're going to get a kick that works with the bass. Now, the reason we do this and not the other way around is quite simple. It's because you've got a kick. If you put a bass in there, you've not got much you can do to a kick to get it to gel with the bass, right? You can EQ it a little bit of volume, you know, a little bit of processing, but other than that, you're fucked. So if you get your bass to sound great first, we've got a million different kicks, so it makes complete sense to always do the bass first. But before you can do the bass, you have to put a kick in anyway, and so you can get a rough idea, and then we'll perfect it. As you can see, I'm super organised, got a template here, which is super important. Really don't like that bass. Yeah, I like that. So let's save this. Logic sessions, singles, Ellis ID. So how it works with me and John and clients like John that have got at least 4 hours a month one-to-one lessons, we basically spend most of our time doing what's called a parallel track technique. And what that means is that they watch me start a track, and for instance, the first lesson, they see me do what I'm doing today, start a track, and then for an hour, then they'll go away, they'll do what I've done, no more. And then the next lesson, I give them feedback, and then I carry on my track, and so forth. So we are making a track in parallel. So the next lesson, John's going to come back and he'll have done whatever I've done today and no more. And if you do more, then it's pointless. The idea is that the client gets to watch me make a track throughout the entire year and gets feedback and mentorship on their track throughout that process. So it's really good, and I've had some amazing success with it. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. And again, normally I would start, I do the structure, I do all the melody and stuff like that, but that takes hours. So today, for the purpose of this video, and just to get John off, you know, get him cracking, we're just going to break the rules a little bit and just do this groove. So now it's just about getting a bit of a bass line together, so... Again, I'm not really familiar with this kind of style, so they're all kind of like dun 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 dun. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. So we'll start off. I like Spire for these kind of crunchy sounds. I'm not gonna lie. Although it's got the old version of Spire on there for some reason. Oh no, it's a new version. It's just not in black. Okay. good starting point. It's always just using MIDI packs. You don't have to, but it saves time and more importantly, it gives you ideas that you would have never had before, probably. I like to use these sequence MIDIs. I think they work really well sometimes. We're not looking for something continuous. However, get them all on E. Cool.